says it's an ongoing conversation about how much you'll play in preseason.
Yeah.
Are you involved in that, and what you want?
I mean, I just do my job and listen to what they say. Yeah.
You were just talking about how blessed you feel being out there. You did just play half a season.
Yeah.
Is there something a little different for you getting back here for training camp because you didn't do it last year, or because you played half a season, it's probably muted a little bit?
What do you mean?
You made it sound like you're feeling really good about being at training camp,
Yeah.
which not a lot of players always say. But just because you played half a season, it's not like you're just getting back on the field. You're
Yeah.
already out there.
I mean, it feels like, this is a completely new, new situation. It's obviously a new year. Everything that we did in the back end of the season doesn't matter. But, I mean, last year was just such a, whirlwind for me as far as being hurt and then, rehabbing the whole year, coming back in the middle of the season, which I've never done before. And then, again, not, as far as the play goes, having to get better each and every week again and feel like getting the groove of things. And it kind of, not really mean anything, but for me it meant something, as a, internally. But I think this year just getting to start off fresh, it is a big difference.
What does that enable you to do when you're in that groove from day one?
I think, every game matters in the NFL. So, I mean, for us to be able to start out, healthy right now, God willing, we continue to be healthy, going into week one. Man, any advantage we can get as far as winning games early on in the season, it'll help us, going into January, December, November, the later in the season. So, if we can get that timing down now, which we didn't get to last year, it's obviously going to help.
It's early, but what's your confidence level in Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Very confident, very confident. He's obviously a great player, loves the game, and the time that we've got to spend together off the field this offseason since he got drafted has been very positive, and I think that's going to translate to the field.
You mentioned the off the field stuff. You organized a lot of stuff for your guys throughout the offseason. How important was that for you, and did you have maybe a favorite of all the stuff you did?
Oh, yeah, I think it's an underrated thing, the camaraderie off the field, just loving each other, being together, spending time together, getting to know each other. The teams that I've been on that have been the best, we were tight off the field, and it allows you to go harder for each other. But no, my favorite probably just being around them, honestly, just everybody just being together. You don't really get that time. It's being in the league. I came in at like 21 around a lot of older guys, and you kind of lose that aspect of it. Not being in college anymore because everybody has families. Guys are older, different, babies and stuff like that. So it was good. It was a good time.
That trip to LA, how do you hope kind of what do you hope it produces? What do you hope it turns into on?
Wins. Yeah, wins. I want to see everybody get paid, do what they want to do in this sport. You only get so long, but it just wins.
There's a lot of optimism around your offense and with the skill guys you have and the line and everything and you being healthy. I asked Drew about it, and he's a coach, so he's, of course, going to downplay that and say we got to get better. Do you guys think about what the ceiling can be?
Of course. And I think a lot of the guys that are in that room, they've been on, really good offenses before and understand what that feels like. I know I have, and I know, what this group is capable of, and that's the exciting part. Not only do we have the guys in there, but they love the game and they're willing to work, and they all, they all understand it. So, that's half the battle is just, not only having the guys, but them actually, believing in it.
From an offensive standpoint, you guys obviously installed this game last year. How much more can you build out of this year? Kind of how fast can you guys go? Kind of what you guys now the camp's going in terms of learning more and whatnot.
I mean, I think the sky's the limit. I don't put any limitation on what this offense can be or do. I think we're very versatile. Got a great skill set as far as receivers and running backs. Again, me coming back healthy. I don't feel like I even scratched the surface of what I'm capable of as far as moving around, being a dual threat on the field at the back end of the season. So, like I said, I don't put any limitation on what we can do.
You talked about coming into the league as a 21-year-old,
Yeah.
and it's weird to say now, but you're not a young quarterback anymore. You've been
I'm still
6
young.
years.
I'm still young. Yeah.
I know you've always wanted to win, but is there more of a sense of urgency now that you've been in the league for a while? You see how hard it is.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I mean, I've never I'm not used to losing, So I mean, I know it sounds cliche. It's been 5 years. It's going on 6, so haven't won yet. So yeah, the sense of urgency is definitely there. Sense of urgency is definitely there. You never know, when the game's gonna be taken away from you. You never know how long you're gonna be playing. So my goal is to be the best, and that's since I was 4 years old. That's my dream, was to be a quarterback in the NFL, win Super Bowls, and that's what I strive to do every single day. So.
Also about how going from college to pros was different because you're on a team with men.
Yeah.
How has your leadership style evolved with that? Like, is there anything 6 years later now that maybe surprised you about what being a quarterback in the NFL is all about?
No, I think it goes back to, like I said, being 21, and then now being a little older and having guys around my age. It's a little easier to give them game on what I experienced. And bring them up, and we grow together. Like I said, I came in the locker room with, no offense to the guys that I came in, I love them, but I came in the locker room with a lot of really old guys. Some of the guys is maybe their last year, probably maybe shouldn't even play anymore. But they love the game. But that's just kind of the locker room that I was in. So, and I'm already a lead by example type of guy anyway. So I had to prove myself to veterans and. I've always been a guy. How can I tell you what to do if I'm not doing it myself? So, no, it's been good. I'm very grateful and glad, about JG and Monty and the guys that they're bringing in this locker room. We're all on the same page. So.
You worked with Lincoln and then Cliff. Is this fun for you to now work with Drew and maybe different terminology?
What'd you say? Lincoln and what?
Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, and Cliff. What about him?
We're just working with them and their terminology and the offenses they ran, and now you're with Drew. Has it been fun for you to learn something maybe a little different than you did at Oklahoma or here with Cliff?
Yeah, no, I love being with Drew. Drew and Izzy have been great. Drew's kind of like, I won't say a robot, but he's kind of, he's very smart. Very, very smart. Always has an answer for, any question that we have, he has an answer for. I love the attention to detail. I'm big on the attention to detail, and he's huge on it. So just working with him allows us not only to be confident, but understand that he knows what he's talking about. And that gives us something to buy into and really push for.
Early in your career, you were basically the best downfield passer in the league in the last 2 years, taking a little bit step back. Beyond health, what do you think the keys are to unlock that again?
Just being out there, dog. I feel like if I'm out there, every game, sky's the limit. I'm really excited about it.
What can Zay Jones bring to the offense, and in just the few weeks that he's been with the team, how has your connection with him grown?
Yeah, I mean, I was very familiar with Zay, just him being a Texas kid, his journey. He's got a couple of brothers, so I was familiar with Zay. But once we got him, I was really excited. Really excited. We threw a couple of times off the field, or outside of the facility. But it seems like he's been here longer, just from the connection that we've had. So I'm really excited for him.
How did the LA trip come together, and how long were you there? How many days? And everyone was there, and how important was that?
It's something I wanted to do. Again, that goes back to having guys, kind of my age that, we can coordinate those things a lot easier. But just sent out the text, man, and just, kind of had the people set it up, and we went out there and got it in. It was fun.
Already had experience on the left side, but what has that transition for your blind side been like for you?
Today was our first day in pads. But I know he's done it. I know he's #1 tackle coming out of high school. I think he was the first tackle off the board last year. So I have no worries in Paris.
Speaking of being the first day in pads, I know it means a lot to a lot of players because of the hitting. Mm-hmm. As a quarterback, does the pads change it for you much?
Not really. It just the satisfaction of making a play feels a little better because it's real. You know what I mean? When pads are off, it's kind of like people have an excuse to say, "Oh, that wouldn't happen," or this. So that I do like.
Where have you seen a guy like Elijah Higgins take the biggest step?
Again, I think we gotta wait till the season comes. But having Trey, Higgy, Tip, I'm very confident in that group. And just having that two-headed monster with him and Trey obviously are younger guys, and just the experience that they got last year and the confidence that they got last year, really excited to see them take that next step.
What stands out most about passing to Marv?
You said what?
What stands out most about passing to Marv?
I just think the natural ability. I think you just watch him. You can watch him and tell when a guy's got it, he's got it, and he definitely has it. So.
You mentioned that you like the people that J.G. and Monty brought in. I guess, what have you most enjoyed about the kind of the culture that they've created here since they got here?
Man, they're doing everything I feel like the right way for the betterment of the team. Kind of allows me to just be myself. JG understands who I am and how I am as a competitor, and he wants to see me succeed. He wants his team to succeed. So our communication, man, we're locked in. And I love everything that they're doing. Our relationship is going to continue to grow, and I'm excited about it.
You appreciate when he gets on to you and holds you accountable?
Yeah. Because we're kind of similar in a sense, very similar. He's a fiery dude, loves it. I love it. So it's great.
That offseason camaraderie you guys have developed, does it play out early in camp in tangible ways on the field? Is there a timing acceleration? Is there a familiarity? Or is it more off-field kind of personality bonding?
Yeah, I think that goes back into the sense of urgency. Getting all those reps that we got, we may not have gotten if we didn't do those things off the field. Because there's the sense of urgency there. We want to hit the ground running. We're not coming out this season despite what everybody thinks or what they're saying. We know what we want to do in this locker room. So in order to do that, you got to put the work in.
Do you care where the Cardinals are, where you are in list season and ranking season, the offseason? Everyone makes the list.
I know what I'm capable of, and I know what we're capable of. So it is what it is.
Going back to, just how far ahead do you guys feel like you are at this point in camp, or do you feel like you're right where you're supposed to be?
Say again?
How far along do you guys think you already are, or are you just right where you?
Yeah, no, it's only week two. It's only week two. I'm not going to get ahead of ourselves, but I feel really good about what's transpired the past week. We still got a lot of work to do, which will get done. But I'm very excited about where we are right now.
Thanks, Kyle.
Appreciate it.